Another massive warning sign for the U.S. real estate market. All right, friends, welcome to the show. Always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're doing great. Buckle up, strap in, hold on your hats and your glasses as we blow the lid off another hot, polarizing real estate topic. We got to talk, friends. We got a big issue right now, and it's investor involvement in the biggest artificially induced real estate bubble ever witnessed in human history. Let me repeat. You are, in fact, living through history because this is the biggest bubble ever witnessed in history. And anytime the markets exhibit bubble behavior, they're going to have crash risk. So be careful who you're listening. No crash risk here. Now, here at this show, because I love real estate, work in real estate, and want you to be a success in real estate where 95% of all millionaires make their money. Not cryptos, I'm sorry. A percentage might have got lucky in cryptos in the euphoria, but that's all but gone. Tangible assets, right? Diversifying yourself. Don't put your eggs all in any basket, even real estate, as much as I love it. But the one thing that's currently holding up the bubble environment is what? You guessed it, the lack of inventory. The lack of inventory is the only thing. Everything else needed to produce a correction, recession, or depression is in fact in play. The rug pull with interest rates, we've just taken all kinds of buyers out of the market. And like I was about to say, there's a lot of areas that I'm going to heat map and temperature check to show you if it's today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, how and when to buy real estate. There's certain areas you got to stay away from with the 10-foot pole. But it doesn't take rocket science to figure this stuff out. We'll do that together. Most of you know, does it pencil out? And we're going to see a lot of areas that already pencil out. And we're out there working for you right now. So congratulations. But the reality is this, inventory. We need inventory. Well, guess what's slated to come in the form of new tons? 1 million rental units are about to be delivered into a stalled rental market. And here's the challenge. We had more investor involvement in this bubble than ever witnessed. Again, another record we shouldn't have broke in history. We've never seen this much investor involvement. And they're very unemotional. Not like you when I sell you home. Scott, I don't want to lose the home. Well, let's make sure it pencils out. They're not doing that. They are unemotional. Dump the properties, get them gone. Here's the challenge. Here's the biggest challenge. So we need inventory, right? We're going to deliver approximately almost 1 million rentals are slated to hit the market within the next year. By the end of the year, half, and I think by next year, the other half is coming. Guess what these people did, these investors? Cardinal, big mistake, big mistake. They started, funded, drawn up the plans for these projects during the euphoria before the market had stalled. We're already seeing softening, aren't we, in the rental market? So if you had projected earnings for your investors and you had the big meetings and proposals that you issued to them, showing them your projected earnings, and they poured in, well, guess what's happening now? You're about to deliver 1 million units into a stalled economy and a stalled market that's on life support. The paddles are on it. Why? Because it's flatlining now at best, probably going down in more areas than are going up. It's on life support. We are one news event hiccup away. There's one thing currently that's holding up the biggest bubble ever witnessed in human history. One, what is it? You guessed it. The lack of inventory. As soon as it comes, we're in big trouble. We're about to see if the market can tolerate 1 million new rental units in an already declining rental market, where we're going to see a lot of, in fact, investors dumping properties. They're unemotional when it comes to dumping properties. You'll hang on to your property till the bitter end. You'll watch the car go. You'll eat top ramen. You'll do a lot of things. I've seen that in 2008. You'll do a lot of things, and eventually they force people out of the house. We'll probably have to do some targeted stimulus attempts, or bailout rather, attempts for the housing market, because everybody's going to be so upset that the bubble didn't sustain itself. The bubbles never sustain themselves as much as I want to, and that's why my job is to continue to navigate you guys through this the best of my ability, just as a level-headed realist. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out. But the reality is this: we're going to see how the market tolerates not only more inventory because it's knocking at the door, but 1 million. And that's about the amount of housing listings that we're short. If we get 1 million listings in the sales market, you can kiss this one goodbye. It'll be a race to the bottom, guaranteed. And we're going to see which cities drank the Kool-Aid and which ones didn't. I already know which ones they are, so stay tuned to future episodes as we examine where we should be putting our money, if we're putting it anywhere at all. But the realities are, there's only one time in history where you're better off as a renter than a purchaser. And guess when that is? You guessed it, in a real estate bubble. You're better off in a real estate bubble to be a renter for obvious reasons. Now, if you can own cheaper than what you can rent for, then that makes sense. But a lot of people won't be able to. Why? Because they're already credit scores gone, living on credit cards. They can't keep up with inflation. And inflation is being very stubborn, very sticky. And the read is artificial that they're giving us on the inflation data. Anyway, we know it was a drunken sailor environment with the money dump. It was a casino climate. It was a slot machine that continued to pay out. People wanted to hang out at home and get paid to do it. That's over. We've removed all the stimulus out of the economy, and the investors are about to deliver 1 million rental units within the next 12 months. You don't think that's going to take a bite? A massive bite out of the bubble apple? It's going to take a massive one. And like I said, because if you're an investor and you started these projects prior to any headwinds, it was all rainbows and sunshine. They're red hot. How these dummies will buy these things. This make cracker box rentals. They're going to sit. You're going to see like China, where they have empty apartment buildings all over the place. They built it, but the people didn't come. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a real estate guy who wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. They're shark infested. 1 million rentals are about to jump into the swimming pool in a stalled economy with no more stimulus left, and a declining rental market with projected earnings now that aren't going to pencil out for these investors. Defaults will be like wildfire. Why? Because they're not 30-year fixed mortgages holding on to these commercial properties. They're short-term rates, teaser rates that have to be adjusted constantly. And even if they were a 30-year fixed, unfortunately, they're not going to get the projected rents that they once anticipated as they're about to deliver rentals into a very saturated market. My advice, but I would never suggest anybody do anything that I'm not willing to do, or in fact, doing myself. Continue to proceed with caution. If you're out there buying, make sure you know what you're doing. If you're out there selling, make sure you understand what you're up against. I'll be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, gonna love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.